nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video. So today we're going to sit down and take a look at week 2. So we're going to be comparing our actual spending to our budget for the month and hopefully be able to make adjustments and really stick to our financial goals for the month. So can we take 1 second to just say how grateful we are for Christmas sinking funds? My goodness. This month has been pretty uneventful when it comes to like normal expenses, but we have spent a ton of money on gifts, and honestly, I love it. I love that we get to like bless people with things, and not even with things, but like with the thought behind some of the things that we've purchased for these people. So I am so grateful, like beyond grateful for our sinking fund. I feel like it makes it so possible for us to be generous without worrying about like busting our budget. And so let me know down below if you have a sinking fund for Christmas and if you feel like it has changed the Christmas time for you. Because for me, I don't stress about like where we're gonna get the money or if we're gonna be over budget because we buy Christmas presents. Like, we have that money set aside. I know exactly how much we have left after we purchase gifts for each person. And I feel like it just makes it really easy. Like, you know, we want to buy a nice gift for somebody. Let's do it. Like, we have the money set aside. Let's do that. So anyway, let me know again if you have a sinking fund for Christmas, and let's go ahead and get into our weekly check. Okay guys, so today we're going to be tracking groceries, eating out, household, gas for our cars, and also unbudgeted. These are pretty much the same categories that we track every single week, and the reason behind that is because groceries, eating out, all of these categories, except for gas, I feel like can really add up without you really knowing it. You take a trip and you grab a couple things from the grocery store, or you eat out a couple times because it's convenient, and those things can really add up without you even knowing. And then when you actually take a look at the numbers, you're like, holy crap, I had no idea. So we like to sit down, or I like to sit down every single week and just see what we spent for the week, what we have remaining, and then we can put together a plan for, okay, we ate a little bit more than we should have eating out, so like let's cut it back. Let's just do like a quick like cheap meal, or hey, let's just eat at home from now on. So that's kind of why I like to sit down and do these weekly check-ins. One other thing I want to mention is everybody does things differently, and just because like what I do isn't exactly how you think of something, that's completely okay. So I know for a lot of people, groceries and household are combined because they will like pick up toilet paper or paper towels or like shampoo while they're also picking up their groceries, and that is not something that we do. We very rarely do that because Jason will go grocery shopping. He does all the grocery shopping, and he does a lot of the meal planning now. If you guys are not familiar, my husband is a stay-at-home dad. He's been a stay-at-home dad since we had Macy, so almost 5 years ago. And so one of his household responsibilities are cooking. And so he does a lot of the meal planning and also the grocery shopping just because it makes the most sense to do it that way. But he will go grocery shopping, and then I pick up like shampoo and stuff like that. Those are never combined not grocery, I should say shopping trips. Those are never combined for us. So for us, it just makes sense to have them separated, but I totally get why some people would have them combined. So I just wanted to point that out there. That is definitely something that like I get comments a lot about, and you just have to find what works best for you. For us, having them separated works. Okay, so I track all of our like normal budget categories here, and I have all of my color-coded expense tracking stickers here. So we're gonna first take a look at anything in pink, which is going to be groceries. So it looks like the last time we checked in was around the 8th, and we haven't had any other grocery trips until the 14th. So we typically will go grocery shopping on Mondays. So you can see a bunch of grocery trips here. So we have $8.55. Jason took a trip to the Dollar Tree with Macy. They picked up like some little snacks and stuff. Aldi was $76.23. Jewel was $25.28. We have a Jewel and an Aldi really close to us, and we try to pick up whatever we can from Aldi. Jason will actually put like an A next to anything that he thinks he can get from Aldi. Our Aldi is really great. It's actually, the produce and vegetables and stuff are way better than the Jewel. So we try and get as much as we can from Aldi, and then whatever is left over, like more like name brand stuff, will be from Jewel. So then we also had, I bought some Girl Scout cookies from Macy's school, so I just included those in our grocery budget. That was $20. We also went to Target a couple times. Actually, Jason went to Target for, I think, brown sugar, and then I went to Target for something else. So that was $10.16 and then $7.73. And then Jason also went to Jewel and Aldi again today because we didn't have prune pouches, and we just recently switched Mila over to whole milk. So she's been having some issues, like I think just a lot of the dairy, like the new dairy is just, she's just adjusting to it. So anyway, we had to get prune pouches and some other little things. So with all of that, that adds up to be $164.92. $164.92. And last time we checked in, we had $352.26, which means we have $187.34 remaining. And we do have 2 more Mondays to go. So again, we go grocery shopping on Mondays. So I just count like our weekly grocery trip as of like Monday. So if there's 1 more Monday left, like for example, part of the week here will be in January, but I'm still counting this as December because we will go grocery shopping on the 28th. So that means that we have $93.67 remaining for each week that is left over in the month. And that should be plenty. We do have next week, which is going to be Christmas week, and we're going to be spending a lot of time with Jason's parents, whether that be like dinner or whatever, like ordering food out. So $93 should be just fine. Okay, now when we take a look at eating out, we did have some items here. So Starbucks of $3.73, $10 here, Dunkin' of $10. We just like filled up my app and I got the like the whole family like wake up wraps. We really like doing that. And then McDonald's of $19.63. I think that's it in terms of eating out. So that brings us to a total of $43.36. $43.36. Last time we had $92.32 remaining, so that means that now we have $48.96 remaining. And I like to take a look at like the weekends left. So we have 2 more weekends left. We divide that by 2, that brings us to $24.48 remaining per week for eating out. So that should be just fine. Jason and I both have our allowances still. I know Jason saves his allowance and he probably has like hundreds of dollars saved of his allowance. And then I probably have like $50 or so left remaining. So once we start getting kind of low here, we could just use our allowances if we want to grab food. Anytime we eat together as a family, we use our eating out money that's in our budget. Anytime we eat separately, so like Jason really loves Chipotle. If he goes to Chipotle and it's by himself, he uses his allowance. That's just how we've handled it for the longest time. And it makes it easy because like sometimes I like to eat out a lot more than Jason, or like if back in the day you'd go on like lunch dates and stuff, it just made it easier to use your own money. Okay, so next is gonna be household, and I think the only thing that we had for household was a $7.98 from Target. I had to pick up some body wash and stuff like that, so $7.98. And last time we had $4.65 remaining, so that means that we are $3.33 over budget. I knew that like going into purchasing the few things that I got from Target, I knew that we were going to be over budget, but I felt comfortable with being slightly over because the things that we picked up were really things that we needed this month. Anything that's extra or, you know, something that's not super necessary, we try and hold off because we do not want to be over budget if we can control it. Okay, so next is gonna be gas for our cars, and it looks like the only car that we filled up on was Jason's RAV4, so that was $23, $23.97. And last time we had $80.03 remaining, so that means we have $23.97. We have $56.06 left over. That is plenty. That's honestly enough to fill up my car and Jason's car one more time. We're not driving a ton. Macy goes to school, but Friday will be her last day and then she's off for 2 weeks. So we're really not going to be using much gas, but it is nice to know that we still have a decent amount in our budget. Okay, so for the last thing is going to be unbudgeted. The only thing we have there is a medical bill, $218.19, or sorry, 96 cents. $218.96. That was for Jason's echo that he got done. So I mentioned this, I believe, in last week's video, but Jason does have a heart condition and he has to go every 2 years for an echocardiogram. So we did that and we got the bill after insurance. I made sure the insurance was all good. So that ended up being $218.96. Now, some people choose to do medical bills and everything as a sinking fund. I've done it in the past where I've had a sinking fund for medical, but then I just saw myself putting money in the sinking fund and then it coming right out. So the biggest expense that we will have as a family will be related to Jason's heart. And every year he has this, or every 2 years he has this echo appointment, and then he'll have like just a regular checkup with his cardiologist. So, I mean, at most it'll be a couple $100s, and I'm okay with being unbudgeted for that rather than having a bunch of money sitting in a sinking fund all year. That's just the way that I'm handling it. But again, do what works best for you. If you know you have a lot of medical bills, then definitely, you know, set money aside and all of that. When Jason does start getting to the point where he will need heart surgery, we will definitely be putting money aside. We have the money. If he did have to get heart surgery today, we would have the money. But I will have the money like in a dedicated sinking fund for medical if we knew that it was happening like sometime soon. We know now that he's good for 2 years because he won't have another echo for 2 years unless something random happens and he goes in for like an appointment. But I feel confident with the way that we're handling it right now. So that is everything for like our normal weekly check-in, but I also like to take a look at our sinking funds. So we did go and have both of our cars maintenance. So Jason recently took my Prius, that was $136.48. And I'm just gonna say I am super grateful for having a sinking fund for this because it really does make a huge difference. Like, that's quite a bit of money, especially if you consider like Christmas and then having 2 cars go in for maintenance. Like, it can get really expensive. So putting aside $50 per month has really been working out great for us for that. We also rented a movie that was $5.99 and that just came out of our entertainment fund. So that's kind of what that looks like. And then in terms of our gift budget, I did show you guys this last week and I figured I would just continue to show you guys. So I think the only present that I haven't gotten is my brother-in-law's, and he just wants a gift card for, I think it's Xbox, so I need to just do that, but it'll be an electronic thing, so it'll be good to go. We finished up getting our Secret Santa gift, so that was a little bit over what I expected. We bought some presents for Jason's parents. It's gonna be a combined gift. We got some things on our own, and then we got some things like combined with his siblings. So actually on this page right here, I have a breakdown of how much I spent because I bought everything, and then they're just gonna, you know, give me a portion of what it is. They're pretty expensive gifts, but every year we try and do that so that they can get some nice things, and all of the kids just split it. So right over here, I'm not going to show it because I feel like that, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to show that. Maybe I will, like, once I know what our portion will be, which is why I haven't put anything here. But anyway, I'm still waiting on getting reimbursed from a couple people. And then we did pick up Macy's teacher a gift. We just got her like a gift card and a candle. So we spent $22.99, and then we had some miscellaneous stuff. So we picked up like some small little stocking stuffer type things for a couple of our family members. And then Macy got some like window cling, so that was $15.67. In total, I think I mentioned this before, but we do have just over $1,000 for Christmas set aside, and we are nowhere close to spending that much, so that's really good. Both of our girls have birthdays in like December and then really early January, so we know that like not only do we have Christmas, but we're also going to be paying for birthday presents. A lot of people combine their presents for the girls. Like my sister bought the girls like one big thing each, and then she just gives them like little small things for their birthdays, which is completely fine because I'm telling you, our kids have way more than they ever need. But that's one thing. We will still get them something for their birthdays. It won't be like outrageous, but we'll get them something. So I try and keep that in mind when it comes to how much we have in that sinking fund, just to be aware that there are other expenses that will come out. So that is pretty much it when it comes to this week's budget check-in. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the whole process and me explaining everything. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know down below. And again, let me know if you have a Christmas budget. Are you grateful for it? I feel like nobody's going to say no to that, because it's just so nice knowing that you have money set aside, that you saved enough every single month so that when this month came, you didn't have to question like where you're going to get the money. Because I have definitely been in that situation and known people who have been in that situation, and it's just not fun. So anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.